Hi, my name is Zoe and I'm a sugar addict. Oof, it's so true. So, I got back from England in January and I gonna hit the ground running. Have a month of no bread and no sugar. So the bread thing, I know I love bread and that I kept to. But then I did a favour for a friend and they bought me a box of chocolates. So it'd be rude not to eat them really. Anyway, fell off the sugar wagon. Um, and so I've been watching a lot of videos about sugar addiction and I know I'm addicted to sugar. When you think about your childhood and all of the nice and the joy and the rewards you got for being good were usually accompanied with sugar. I mean, memories go back such a long way. And I love the little joys you get and the pleasure of eating something sweet. So, I want to admit to everybody, I run a detox retreat, but I'm not perfect and I am just a human being who makes mistakes. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So I've had a month without bread and now I've had 10 days without sugar. So, I had weaned myself off before I went to the UK, but it was Christmas and New Year and I had a lot of sugar in the UK. So obviously, the more sugar you have, the harder it is then to give it up. So I forgive myself and am aware that I had a lot of sugary things over Christmas, as we do. And therefore, when I got back, it was harder to give the sugar up. But I'm on day 10 now, so I've forgiven myself. And I think that's so important that we acknowledge that these things are not easy. We're just all human beings doing the best we can, going on a journey with our health. So, and I've also found it incredibly difficult to do fasting while I'm going through the withdrawals of sugar. So I've stopped doing fasting as well. So, one thing at a time. And one of the videos I did was about turning that dial up slowly. So this month I'm concentrating on not having sugar and I want to get to a position where I actually never go back to eating sugary products. So that's obviously additional sugar. Oh, pit pat of the dog coming in. So that's where I'm up to. I just wanted to do a little short video today just to update people on, hitting the ground running, doing the detox, doing intermittent fasting, no bread, no sugar. I didn't do it. And that's fine. If anyone's into tapping, I love and accept myself for who I am. And yeah, so we're all human. So if that makes anybody feel better, then I'm really glad that I've fallen off the wagon because I think we can all beat ourselves up and, I don't want to do that. I don't want anyone to do that. So I'm on day 10 now and so I'm going to continue with the no sugar. There's not any benefits. There's no downside to not having sugar. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue having no sugar in my diet, no added sugar. I still have the fruit. I've got a garden full. I've just had the last tangerines and I've got a massive crop of kiwis. And I like bananas. I'm doing making my own nut butters so that I don't feel completely deprived. So that's what I'm going to continue with. I'm going to introduce bread back in, but I just wanted to really touch people. When I see some posts sometimes, I just want to give people a massive hug because they're having beating themselves up and giving themselves such a hard time. And I don't believe that we can get to where we want to get to when we do that. I have the little benefits are I am starting to have less cravings. For anybody else that's doing the no sugar thing, I'm definitely starting to see my cravings are going down a little bit and I am having a little bit less aches and pains. It's still really early days and also my energy levels are going up a little bit more as well. So Good stuff happening. As I say, I'm going to continue not having sugar. There's never going to be a time, and that's who I'm now, who I now am. And I think, well, if I can give up smoking, and I did, it took me a long time, but I did give up smoking, I can give up sugar. So that's who I am. So I'm never going to go back to having coffee and cake again. It sounds sad, but I don't want to be that person who, once a week treats themselves to a sugar. I thought I could be that kind of person, but actually, the more sugar you have, the more cravings you get, and then you end up adding treats in nearly every day to your diet. I know sugar is poison for my body, and I know there's no actual benefits to having sugar. So, as somebody who likes to think of themselves as healthy, there is no benefits to having sugar. So, the fruit stays, the bread will come back in at some point, but I can now see a life without sugar. Wow, that's pretty good. So, yes, I am a sugar addict, but I am a recovering sugar addict. And if that helps anybody, great. I'm going to leave that there for today. I will put a post up again, or a video up again, once I've got to 30 days sugar free. And if I've kind of got any tips or anything that can help you, I will share that with you. But yes, the fight continues.